Kurgun over here, and today I want to talk about 8 things that the Wuthering Waves developer notes does not address. Now, these things are gonna range from, hey, why are you doing this XYZ thing when this ABC problem exists, to, hey, this could be really really cool. So it's gonna be both a criticism and a kind of a deeper insight onto the developer notes and what these points could entail for the future. So first of all, in the combat section, they talked about increasing the playability of some characters and their skills and their values. Not exactly, but they said that they are gonna optimize playstyles of the the white fur boy and the monk kung fu girl. The other things, they also talked about Verena's age pen photosynthesis. But what I wanted to talk about is crownless. Now, if you, I don't know if you know this or not, but crownless in CBT1 was a really a tough boss fight, for a starting boss fight. But he set a precedent for what this game's combat is gonna feel like and what you're getting yourself into. And I unfortunately did not get into CBT2, so the only thing I had to go through is footages, like hundreds of hours of footages. And the one common thing I saw that the crownless was very nerve, like his AI was so janky, especially on in the start of the the game, that whenever when he entered the scene, he just was slowly walking on the arena, not even attacking. Even if the player character is standing right next to him, he would just will slowly walk and attack, trying to be menacing. It was not menacing, it looked stupid. Please, buff crown less. Like, he's like one of the goat of the this game. Plus, in one of the earlier developer notes, I would say about a year ago, I could not find this in the site because it was, I don't know, they nuked it or something. But they said that the crownless was gonna be a recurring boss. The crownless felt mid for a recurring boss, truth be told. Well, that's that. And then the next point I want to raise is about reverse parrying. Now, if you all don't know that you can parry in this game, but did you know that the enemies could reverse parry you? Now, I did not see a lot of talk about this during CBD2, but this was one of the big topics in technical test of the Wuthering Waves and in CBT1, where the bosses, even the enemies, could parry you. The most footages I ever saw about this reverse parrying was from Scar's boss fight, but I do not know if the other bosses could reverse parry. But it would be a really nice addition if the bosses could reverse parry you. Kind of, it it gives a more dynamicity to the combat. Next thing I wanted to talk about is crowding of enemies. Now, this topic was touched upon by the developers in their very first live stream of Wuthering Waves, in which they showed the game and the earlier graphics. This was, I think, before CBT1. Yes, they talked about one of their points that the longer you fight the enemies, more enemies will start to gather around you. That I felt was a very good concept regarding the world is full of sound waves and frequency. And it really went well with the game thematics they were going for. But I have not seen that in CBT1 or in CBT2. I think they removed it because of the how the artifact and ecosystem works, which brings me to the ecosystem. Now, they over here, they said that they're going to revamp the ecosystem. They are going to make so that we can dispose of the echoes easily. But one of the important parts that I wanted to talk about is this, the third point: return tuners when tuned echoes are consumed. When you tuned echoes to upgrade other echoes, a designated percentage of tuners you previously used will be returned. I This is where I have one problem, that why are you adding this tuner system to the game when you are already exp locking the echoes that the players are gonna be able to farm. So basically, I have heard in this entire CBT that the amount of exp you get by burning your stamina, that is the wave plates, like the resin of this game, is very minimal, and you can hardly fully level up an echo. Like you can only fully level up at 3 to 5 echoes in a day. So you're already exp locking people, in upgrading their echoes. Why are you locking their substats now in a tuners? Which I think is kind of stupid. Another thing is about this mount. They showed that they are gonna revamp this Inferno Rider Echo, and now we will be able to use it as a mount. Well, this I think is a really good concept, and this also sets a precedent that, hey, can we also get the Morning Aches mount, the Thunder Squama mount, and we can use bosses as a mount. We can fly, and it feels really kind of cool. Now, this is where one of the most important parts of the this video comes. Where is the whale? Now, if people don't know about, let me just show you this. What you're seeing right now is one of the footages from the Dave live stream before CBT1. They have nuked the live stream, and even if you go to their YouTube channel, you won't be able to find it because I think they have privated it. But thanks to Walker's right over here, I searched a lot and finally found this video where he showed the part that I was looking for. It is this, that they are showing this main character walking through this area, and one by one they will show echoes. Now the important part is right over here. So let me just go to the end. We have the monkey over here, morning Ikes, and this right over here. Where is this whale? I haven't seen this whale in CBT1, neither have I seen this in CBT2. Is this gonna be a future content? Have they scrapped this idea completely? What happened to this whale? Please tell me. This fucking narwhal, where is it? Where? This is such a cool concept. Why are we not, making like the where is this whale? In each and every Wuthering Waves video, I put a comment, hey, do you know about that whale? Nobody talks about that whale. It's like a forbidden part of this Wuthering Waves community. So yeah, it would be really cool if we got this whale as a mount. And then there is a thing about enhanced echo. Now, if you have seen a lot of Wuthering Waves gameplay footage, you will know that there are 120 level mobs scattered all around the world. Basically, 5 of them are all around the world. They have this red glowing aura showing that they have been enhanced. And when you defeat them, you get a guaranteed a golden echo drop, the faster echo drop. Uh, it came to my attention when I was looking at the uh, live stream of Blanc and Phantom Locks talking about this thing. They were into CBT2, and they said that these red aurad enemies, they are actually 5 enhanced echoes that you can get every week. Now, I got really intrigued by this because nobody was talking about this, and many people that talked about this said that they are this kind of one time thing only, and that if you get this five, then they are never coming back. So I was kind of happy that that this five are weekly reset. But then I am thinking, why is this a weekly reset and not a daily reset? Wouldn't this be more profitable for it to be a daily reset? Weekly reset, come on. And then they also talked about a very important point, that maybe it's weekly reset because whenever you log into your world, they are gonna spawn throughout the entire map, which is also kind of absurd. Like, you have to go around the whole map to find this 5 enhanced version every week, and they're only 5, like every week only 5. So basically in a month you get about a month is about 4.5 week. About so you can get in a month about 25 of this guaranteed echo drops. Not to mention if they are correct substats and main stat. So it just kind of filled. Another thing that I want to talk about is let's talk about this in extras option. They talk about skip button. I want to talk about a map. The map in Wuthering Waves is so bad. Like, I'm sorry I have to say this, but Genshin's topography and the cartography in their map is extremely detailed, and in Wuthering Waves this is nowhere to be seen. There is no conception of the verticality that they show in the map. The cartography is not at the point, and even the topography, that is the verticality. Now if you see in the Genshin's map, you can see that when you zoom in, in game, if you zoom in, you can actually see small hilly encampments and their tents. In fact, whenever I want to find anything like some kind of location, I literally see it in the map, and I there are these cartographical dots over there, and I can immediately identify them. Hey, it's this thing. There is a house over here, or there is another tower or something. It is so, the cartography is so genius in that game and so detailed. They need to optimize this map. Now I know that they are gonna do this for the official launch of this game, but I do not want to keep it to chance or luck that they are probably gonna do it. So we must not talk about it. Let's talk about it. What if they don't do it? We don't know. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is how this game did not have a customizable UI for mobile and for key binding in PC. I did a thorough research, and I finally found a video where you can actually customize the entire HUD and the UI transparency of the button. So basically that's a gone point. But I just wanted to say that this was one of the point. It has already been addressed in CBD2. There's nothing much about it. So yeah, these were my thoughts on the developer notes. Like, the developer notes are good, and they have actually talked about very important and things that people were worried about. But these are some of the small things, like why tuner when you have exp logged some of the echoes, where more mounts. Is this a good future precedent with the Inferno Rider? What about the whale, the stupid fucking whale? What about it? The groundless nerf and reverse pairing, the grounding of enemies. I think I think we have already talked the grounding of enemies. I think because of their artifact ecosystem, they think that it's gonna be too OP if people just start stalling enemies for 10 minutes and more enemies spawn. So I kind of get it why they removed it. So yeah, these are my points. But yeah, again, where is this whale? Please tell me, where is this whale? Somebody please talk about this whale. Please. Where is this whale?